Welcome to our big interview and welcome back, Ricky Carmichael. We'll have you in the booth at Redbud. I'm sure you've been enjoying the racing. The last probably 8 motos, High Point, Southwick combined, have been unbelievable. And that isn't even including the epic ride by Chase Sexton and all the shakeups at Hangtown. It has been a wild start to the season. So you've been enjoying just watching it, first of all?
I have. Thanks for having me on Insider this week. I'm happy to see you guys. Great race call by everybody this last weekend at Southwick.
Let's talk 250 class a little bit. Obviously, something really special is brewing with Haiden Deegan. The math makes that obvious. But I want to go back to last year when we were talking to you on these shows. Haiden is so aggressive. He revs the bike so hard. He just charges so hard. And I remember you commenting, people saying, man, he's probably going to crash at some point. And you were saying, that's not necessarily going to be the case. Some people can do that. It kind of reminds me of someone else who used to ride that ragged edge and get bit every once in a while, but not as much as you would think. You're not Haiden, but what is it like to be able to live on that edge, ride that hard, but not really pay the price for it?
Yeah, you know, here's how it is. If people are going to wait for him to crash because he rides on that edge, they're going to be waiting a really long time. That's his style, and that is one attribute that he has that not a lot of people have. And it's one of those things, and I've been beat up for this a little bit and saying like he just has some things that you can't teach, and that's one of them. It is so hard to teach. I mean, JT, you know, to try to tell someone go out there, hang it out, the bike swaps, you just keep on going. That is such a hard combination to beat, and I love watching it. And you know, he lets it hang out and he gets sideways, but dude, that's him, and that's what makes him Haiden Deegan. And you know, I appreciate that he's always trying to evolve, and it's crazy with how fast he is and how gnarly he is, and just that it factor that he has, that he's always continuing to learn and wanting to do something better. And you know, I personally don't think all of it's necessary, just because he has that it factor. So yeah, I just think that, you know, I don't think he's going to crash like maybe we all thought he would, or some people thought that he would. That's just him. And man, that's a nice feather in your cap to have that trait. And again, I'll go back to what I said at first when you first asked me this question. If they're waiting for the guy to crash, they're going to be waiting a long time. Athletes, like at the top, they find a way to get the job done. At the end of the day, I don't care if it's a mud race, I don't care if it's hard packed, sand. Good champions prevail in all conditions, and he's one of those guys. So it doesn't matter. For me, I think he performs in any kind of situation from here on out in his career. So that narrative of not being good in the sand, or wasn't good in elevation, or wasn't good here, or he's a little out of control there, I don't think that's the case for him anymore.
And again, here is the schedule. Race day live, 10 a.m. Qualifying coverage presented by motorsport.com. Peacock and the SMX Video Pass are the way to watch all of it, including the racing that starts at 1 Eastern. We have a halftime show, we have a post-race show, several hours of coverage on Saturday afternoon. But in addition, this weekend, NBC, that live window, 2 o'clock, that'll be the first 450 moto. It's always great to get more eyeballs on the sport. Tell your friends and family, if they're not usual Peacock watchers, to utilize this to look in on the sport, and we'll have uninterrupted action during the commercial breaks. It'll be pretty neat to incorporate into that program. So that's how to watch this weekend.
Hi folks, Lee Diffie from NBC Sports here. If you truly enjoyed what you just watched, you can get more news, interviews, and highlights by subscribing to the Motorsports on NBC YouTube page. You can get it all, so go for it.